Those are my purple clovers, guys, for tea. There, some some Queen Anne's lace, guys. See that little center that's dark? I think you can see it on that one. That's how you know it's real Queen Anne's lace. They have a single dark flower in the center of the flower. And the fake does not. Hi guys. We're gardening. Well, I should say we're checking on the plants. So, I don't think I'm going to plant any, but I have a couple to show you. I hope you can see. We don't have very good light out here. But you're not crooked. So this was my, can you see that, guys? That bell pepper? That was the first one, food that came ripe. There's another one on there too. And then I had to keep a lot of stuff in pots. It's so stony, I cannot dig. So I have like several little zucchinis, several tiny squash, some tomatoes that are coming ripe. I've been gathering some blackberries, but man, guys, that's a lot more work than I thought. I don't remember them being that bad when I was a kid. Like, the blackberries seemed giant when I was a kid. And they're freaking tiny, and they're just not worth the work. So I'll gather some leaves for tea. I've been gathering a lot of purple clover flower and drying that for tea. And today I spent probably over an hour gathering, I just learned what it is. Give me a minute. Shit. I think I forgot already. Chicory. I've always wondered what those little purple flowers were, and they're so freaking beautiful. And I knew there had to be a use for them, and I've got a bunch of those drying now for tea. A bunch of purple clover drying for tea. I'm getting ready to go get Queen Anne's lace. We're going to do a chat about that at the end of this video. I'm just going to show you some of the wildflowers that are growing around right now. They're everywhere, and they're all useful, so I'm going to gather. The only one I haven't figured out yet, guys, is, help me out, flower child. They look like a daisy, but they're super tiny, and a whole bunch grow on one little. And if these are good for something, I will gather them next, because they're everywhere and they'll probably be here for a while. I want to get the Queen Anne's lace now. There's a look-alike to the Queen Anne's lace that apparently is dangerous, so I'll teach you about that. And guys, I'm just ready to get to working in the garden, so I'll see you back here at the end. This is just some sweet potato slips that I'm going to try to grow in a pot. They're pretty healthy. This is my yellow squash plant. Look at that, guys. And it's got some little baby ones too. And then this one is my zucchini plant. You can see that one right there. It's kind of shadowed, but they're growing, guys. Little tomatoes. I am ready for cooler weather. So, I spent the day gathering wildflowers. How awesome is that? Gathering wildflowers. Bob asked me if I wanted to go to town. He was taking the boy that works for him to town. They were going to go run some errands. So I said, yeah. So we rode to town. He went straight to the restaurant, bought us all lunch. He's so awesome. And then we went to some Goodwill type stores to look for old, like kitchen utensil type stuff. Just anything we might need for butter making or cheese making, or I want to make soap, guys. I don't really want to work with lye, but if I have to, I will. So I researched the soap making, and I can use like the cream off of the milk, or even I think just the milk, and make soap, bar soap. I want to do it so bad. Our friend Steve gave me a bunch of bars of soap to take to the market, and I sell for $3.50 a bar. And we were only there a couple hours, and I think I sold 3 of them. Yeah, a lady had poison ivy, so she bought 2 oatmeal and honey soap, and 1 some other scented one. But they were goat's milk, and that's really good too. So I'll have to do more research, but I want to at least do an experiment. But I know that if you use wood ash, you can make lye or something like that. So that's my next project. I'm researching that now. I have no great expectations, guys. Just if it happens, it happens. I know if I can do it, I'll do it really good, because that's just how I roll. But if I don't feel like I can do it, I'll just keep what I make and use it for myself and call it tried, you know. So I learned about the chicory today. All I knew about chicory was that it was a coffee substitute, I guess. People use the root for that. I've never researched it. I've just heard that in my watching different videos on edibles and medicinal plants and stuff. But I read up on it today, and it has a lot of health benefits. I can't remember all the words and stuff, you know. If it's something that grows in your area and you've got a feeling that it's something you could use, because almost everything you can use in teas. You have to be careful, but a lot of flowers are edible. I mean, just Google it. That's what I do. And if I find something, like when I found the wild strawberry, I had no idea the health benefits of that. I just saw them in the woods, came home, thought about it a little bit, and I'm like, they got to have some uses besides producing tiny strawberries. And I just Googled it and wrote down everything. I take screenshots and write everything down that I want to remember if I don't ever have access to the internet or books. And so I gathered a bunch of that. I've been seeing the Queen Anne's lace, so I researched that, and it said to be careful because there's a look-alike that's almost identical, and it's one of the most poisonous plants in North America. You know, it's interesting because when you're researching what's good for you, you can also find out things that can be, well, I got to be careful how I word this, but, you know, let's just say that somebody came and tried to, you know, cause any type of harm to you or your family, you know. It's good to know that the things on your property that you can cook for people, you know. You got the stuff you can cook for good people, and who knows, you know. If it's the end of the world, you might need something you want to cook for the bad people, something real special. So I learned that today. I wasn't even looking for that information. So we got to be careful picking Queen Anne's lace. Like I said in that one clip, the look-alike does not have the dark purplish red tiny flower in the center of it. They also have a little three-prong looking, kind of looks like a little tiny stem that's like a little bird's foot. You know what I mean? Like three-pronged, but it's a little green part of the plant under the flower. And the look-alike does not have that either. If you guys want more info, you can look that stuff up. I always read everything I can read, and then I go to images so I can see all the pictures from all the different angles of stuff like that I want to use, just to be extra sure. And what else have I done lately, guys? We're getting ready to put the orchard part in. We've got all of our plants in. I just looked over, and where the water hose leaked, there's a wet spot on the ground, and I'm counting about 20 little tiny butterflies, and they're so tiny, and they're shaped, they look like little tiny sailboats. I'm going to go try to show you guys real quick. Hold on, I'll be right back. They'll probably all spook. It'll be kind of pretty when they do, though. There they go. And guys, nature is so freaking beautiful. That's just one little water spot. Once we have flowers everywhere, oh my goodness. Anywho, let's go back to chatting. Just wanted to share that with you. Weren't they so cute, guys? Weren't they just so cute? I knew I was going to scare them away. They look white, but they're actually like a little
a little bit lavender, I guess, colored, lavender or gray. Anyway, guys, life is good. It's not easy, but it's good. We're all clicking right together. It's awesome. The other day, JT and Bob and I were going to go we were going to go look at a camper, and we get there. Well, we're getting ready to go, and Bob called Steve, and he's like, "Do you still want to go?" And Steve's like, "Yeah." So we were all three already in the car on the road, just getting ready to go by, and we look over, and he's out at the gate on the phone with Bob. And Bob stops the car and pulls over to the side, and Steve runs over and gets in like a little kid, and he's like, "Yay, it's like a family trip." And I mean, we're already that comfortable with each other that we just click. We're like family. We're our own weird little family. It's like Bob, and then Bob's always had, he's had Steve as a friend and a helper on the farm for, I think they said maybe 7 years. I thought it was 3, but I think I heard 7. Even 3 is a long time. It's kind of like he's Bob's son, but he's not. So we got those two, and then you add JT and I in, and it's quite funny. We have a lot of fun. Work hard. So guys, I've been just dying to get down here and make a fire and cook something good, but it's just too hot. I think I've turned into a lightweight, or maybe I just got old. I don't know, but last summer just did a number on me. So guys, I suppose I should probably go. They're going to be back from town any minute, and I got to put stuff away and do the night watering. I actually kind of enjoy that. They're going to put it on a timer on a automatic watering, which is good, but that's like a lot of my relaxed time is watering. But it wastes a lot of time to just stand here with the water hose and water, well, hundreds of plants, let's just say. So I suppose I should go, and I don't really know what to do for my next video. I know you guys are always happy with whatever, but I think it'd kind of be nice probably just to sit down, talk about some stuff that's going on in the world. You know, not all the bad stuff, just stuff we should keep aware of or be made aware of. Just a good old chat like the old days, you know, guys. I've always thought of myself as either the figure of an aunt, a daughter, a mother, or a sister to everybody I meet. I'm either one of those things to everybody I meet. And I don't mind that. It's nice. It's good for them and it's good for me. I had a YouTuber I used to watch. I'll talk about him real quick. His name was James. I watched him for a couple of years, and then he got a little flaky. He had a huge channel. And he talked about a lot of things that they don't want you to talk about on YouTube. Just exposing stuff, you know. And reading us news articles. That's all truth. But, so he got his channel taken away. And then I heard that he started over again, but I couldn't find his channel. And he was young, I'd say in his 30s. I have kids that age. But anyway, when I finally found his channel again, he seemed like he was maybe going on some drugs or having a relapse. So I quit watching for a while, but I heard he died. I didn't believe it. And I looked it up, and it's true. He got in a car accident near the LA airport, and he died. And it just got me thinking. So a lot of people bounced in on his last videos and said, you know, rest in peace and stuff. And I did too. I said, what a shame, you know, he's a sweet boy. Rest in peace, James. And that's been over a month ago. And then I got a chance to check my notifications earlier, and somebody commented, and they're like, they weren't really rude, but they're like, yeah, right, reading articles from CNN and Fox News is not really waking people up. Oh, I said, thanks for waking people up. Rest in peace. And I said, you know, I commented back to the guy, and I said, he said he was not really spreading the truth, and I said, and waking people up, and I said he was, as in not up until he passed away, but he was when he started his first channel, and he kept getting taken down, and then he got paranoid, and then he started dabbling or relapsed. And yeah, he got flaky, and he probably lost a lot of subscribers, but he still had a huge channel. And then he had to start completely over again for like the third time. And I found that channel, and he was at 887 subscribers, and I'm like, well, that's a good number. I'll be 888. So I resubscribed, not knowing that he was passed. And then he passed, and I went to keep checking his channel to see if he had uploaded a video, thinking maybe it's not real. And he's already up to like 3,000 subscribers. All those extra people, besides 888, subscribed after they found out he died. Isn't that sad? But anyway, I said in comments to this man, I said, well, I said he was, because when he started his channel, he was a truther. And he was exposing corrupt stuff. And, you know, then we all lost him for a while, and then we found him again, and then now we lost him for good. And I said, I don't, I've heard this before, and JT said it the other day. You don't hate the sin. You don't hate the sinner, you hate the sin. And that's how I am. I mean, I'm not there to judge. I said that. I said, I'm not here to judge him. I don't hate the sinner. I hate the sin. And I don't hate people for doing drugs. I hate the drugs for what they're doing to the people. And I figured he'd snap back something rude, but he didn't. He just hit the like under what I said. It was acknowledged. He got the point, you know. It's like, we're not here to judge James. James is gone. James is being judged wherever he's being judged. But anyway, it kind of felt nice for me to stick up for him. I said, I have a son his age, you know. My heart hurts for him and his family. But anyway, I like that saying, you know. You don't hate the sinner, just the sin. We all got somebody in our life that struggles with drugs or alcohol or mental abuse. Maybe not our blood family, but in our group of friends or family. And we've all probably been burned by a bunch of druggies and drunks. That's not the kind I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that were good people and they just slipped away, you know. Anywho, I have had a couple friends get sober, so there's hope. And I'm not an alcoholic anymore. They say once you're an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic. An alcoholic is somebody that has to have alcohol every day. I'm sorry. If you go 5 years without alcohol, you're not an alcoholic for that 5 years. I disagree with them on that. I'll fight them and argue that tooth and nail, you know, guys? You're not a drug addict when you're off of your drugs and clean. You deserve to say you were clean for that long. If you relapse, you relapse. Then you're an alcoholic or a drug addict for however long you relapse, you know? It is what it is, guys. Anyway, I have to go. They're not back yet, but I want this to upload before morning. If I'd had it done, I would have went to Walmart and it'd already be uploaded. But anyway, I want it to upload in reasonable time. I'm sorry about this semi going by. Bob and I hate the highway, but it's here. So anyway, guys, I miss you. I'll see you soon. I hope you like all the garden stuff.